Hello, Facebook. We
Hello,
early.
hello.
Actually, we're a little late, Facebook. Sorry about that.
Yes, we're a little late, but
Hold on one second. Let me wipe off my camera. That should be a little bit better. Maybe I need to dial down some of these lights a little bit. But welcome back. Let me go ahead and go live on Instagram. 1 second. Thank you guys for being so patient with this. Hello, and welcome back to our weekly conversation. If you're joining us for the first time, Tay and I created this space to have candid conversations about our everyday experiences. If you would like to be the first to know about our lives and catch them when they start, you can join us in two places. You can join us over on Facebook at Tay Rina Live, and you can also join us on YouTube at QTNA Live. I am one of your hosts, Serina Renee, and joining me shortly will be Tavia. I see Facebook, you guys see that the screen is a little bit separate, but just wait on my girl. She's on her way over there. Give us just 1 second. Hi, what is it? Numinous Experience. Hello. How are you? Thanks for joining. Let's see. I think I already approved the request. There we go. Okay. Hey, Kalik Boutique. How y'all doing? Sorry about the background. I have some stuff to take care of today. Hey, Kelly. Sis, what's going on Facebook? I got you on Instagram. What happened? Okay. I'm like, what's going on? Because right now I only see myself on Facebook, okay?
it's true. Look at this. See, if you see this on Facebook, yeah, it's my computer being real funny because I can't delete that off of there. So I'm on Facebook, but you can't see me.
Okay, well, just leave it because at least I got the audio now. Because before I didn't have the audio, so at least the people on Facebook can hear you right now. So is it possible for you to leave that up? Okay, because it disappeared again. So while she waiting, let's see, Khalid Boutique, what's up with the green? Listen, your girl moving up in these streets, okay? I had to film today, and I'm in the studio. Today I'm coming from the studio, okay? That's what's up with the green. And I'm gonna add a little bit of powder to my face right now because I feel like I look a little greasy. You know, we don't want that. We want that matte finish look, you know? Okay, it looks like you're joining us back on Facebook. Give us a few. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Thanks for joining us. I finally got you to stop in on the live. Yay. Bear with us for a few minutes, guys.
Yeah, you guys don't have to wait. You don't have to bear with us because, like, on Facebook is ghetto and
it's cool. Right now, you got a background of a house. So, just leave it. As long as we got the audio, it's all good. We can see your beautiful face on Instagram, though.
It's so annoying. Like, I don't know. I got this new computer and I migrated everything from the old computer to the new computer. And
that's what's happening.
And yeah, one of the things that migrated over was this virtual camera that I had for like a studio thing I was doing for work. And I don't know where it's saved. And so I can't delete it because I don't know where it is.
I got you.
And so when it tells me to choose which camera, and sometimes StreamYard's like, oh, actually, we want you to choose a different camera, but it only gives you one option, which is that weird one. So hey, I'm here on Instagram.
Y'all don't know what we're talking about. Facebook knows what we're talking about. Sorry about that, y'all. We still got the audio over there so you guys can hear. Hey, love ass. Hey, kiss her throne.
Let's get into it, guys. Like, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Stuff happens. So today we are talking about how we are learning how to find our balance as entrepreneurs. If you guys joined us last year, Lord, if you guys joined us last week,
it was last year.
It was last year. Okay. Okay. So if you guys joined us last week, we had a moment where we talked about finding how to balance this entrepreneur life, how to learn how to set boundaries for our space and things like that. So we said we were going to talk about it, so we're going to get into it today, okay? All right, so let's get that good water. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, so our first talking point, one of the things that had helped me, is helping me, even though I have my days where, I catch myself slipping. But, it's all about being aware of the slipping and standing up straight. So the first thing was setting a schedule and sticking to it. So recently when I was in California for Thanksgiving, whenever I go out of town, I feel like I can think and because I'm not around work. So I'm like, how the hell can I figure out a better schedule? Because the schedule I'm on right now, this ain't even no schedule. This is just chaos at this point. It's just whoever calls, whatever appointment gets booked, whatever order comes in, that's what I'm dealing with. And I found myself all over the place and feeling mentally exhausted. And I feel like the last 2 lives, you guys can kind of see it in my face that I was just not really here, but I was trying to show up. So setting a schedule was one of the things that has been helping me, although it's been a little difficult to stick to. It has been helping me. So when I say setting the schedule, I literally took my entire day from first of all, I had to write down exactly what I wanted my day to look like. I want to get up. I want to work out. I want to meditate. I want to at least have some type of time to myself where I'm meditating, reading, or something that has to do with self. And then I want to start my work day. And then I also, which is a shame, I had to set an alarm for me to eat because I just get really busy sometimes and I look up and it's 9 o'clock and I'm like, bro, why do I feel like I'm about to pass out? Sis, you didn't have nothing to eat today. What's wrong with you? That's why. So when I tell y'all, I literally, because my brain is moving 10,000 miles per hour, I had to literally put on my schedule to eat, to feed yourself. Okay. So what mine looks like, and I don't know if this is going to be helpful to you guys, because I know some people can't deal with the schedule, but I feel like as an entrepreneur, you're going to have to figure out some type of schedule to get on. So the way mine looks is my alarm goes off at 6:30. That first hour to myself is just straight have to do with me. I don't get on my phone. I don't do anything unless the only time the phone is involved is if I'm listening to some motivational speakers or something like that. Or if I wake up to some frequencies or something like that, the phone's around. But other than that, it's either I go for a run, I go stretch, I go do something that has to do with self for the first hour. By the time 8 o'clock come around, that's my alarm. Feed yourself. Put something in your body. And then by the time 9 o'clock comes, it's okay, it's either time to go take guests or it's time to, do something with highly textured. So that's my spiel for the first talking point as far as what is helping me right now. And listen, I'm not going to say that I'm hitting every alarm that goes off, but the point is progress. As long as I'm doing better than I was the day before, it's all good. So Tay, I don't know if you have any special practices or anything like that as far as setting a schedule for yourself as an entrepreneur. And if you do, are you ready? You want to share with the class?
Yeah, I'll share. I'm so sorry to everyone who cannot see me over on Facebook, but it'd be like that. So as an entrepreneur, my schedule is, girlfriend, don't forget you're a mommy too. So first thing I do in the morning, if you want to talk about schedule, is breastfeed. Yep.
See, I ain't ready for all that yet. That's why I'm trying to get a dog right now. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a dog first. I'm gonna try it out on the dog, and then I'm gonna move forward because I ain't got that right now.
That first hour to yourself situation, it lasted for a while when I was waking up at like 7-ish, but I have to be real quiet because my oldest son wakes up very early. So if I'm real quiet, then he doesn't know I'm awake. But my younger son, he's still sleeping. So then I could but sometimes my older son comes into bed. So yeah, not in the middle of the night, just early in the morning, he comes in and turns on cartoons or something while I'm sleeping. So yeah, I tried that to yourself thing and it hasn't really worked out. I'd like to try again. I know it's possible. So in reality, let's turn back around. First thing I do is I'm nursing forever. And then I don't really have that much milk yet left, but yet there's still nursing I'm still nursing forever. And then I finally get down the stairs and I make oatmeal for everybody, including myself. And then we talk, and by about 10 o'clock, Jared, my husband, might come home because he leaves the house at like 5. And then when he comes home, I exhale, I tell him about the morning, and I sit down by like 10:30. And then I get to start my day.
Wow.
Yes.
So technically your work day does your work day start at 10 o'clock, or are you still kind of like in mommy mode around 10?
Well, Monday, Thursday, Friday, I get a little breaky break. I shouldn't give my full life schedule. But certain times during the day, Jared will bring the boys over to my mother-in-law, who will watch them for a while. And then so then I have like 5 hours. So then I work for 5 hours. Then they come back, and it might be nap time. So then I get another 2 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
so
like
you're really juggling. Like, I think this is dope though, because you're giving us the perspective of an entrepreneur that's a parent at the same time, and not just a parent. You're the mom. So it's like we're getting to see like your side versus someone that's single like me, that's by themselves. And I guess comparing the two, because I feel like sometimes people are like, oh, well, you don't have no kids, so you should be fine. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Because I don't have children, I actually have more work to do. Like I feel like it balances itself out. Like, I don't think that's fair to compare the two, or to say that like, because you don't have children, you shouldn't be stressed out. Like, I cannot stand.
Well, not that you shouldn't be stressed out, but I'm gonna come to you right now. You're not gonna like this, but let me tell you.
Don't know.
If I didn't have children right now, yes, I would get way more stuff done. I should have got way more stuff done when I didn't have kids, and I didn't because I was so tired. But you will realize your level. You are not tired, Serina. You are not tired. You think you be tired, but you don't be tired. You really don't, because it's like my mom. You really not tired because listen, because when
I'm gonna let you finish.
Let me finish, okay? When you have children, you realize what tired really is. You think you're tired, and you think you're right because you're like, no, I sometimes don't sleep at all. Like, you really think this, but it's not true. Until you have a child, you realize that literally you are not sleeping the rest of your life. Like, you think, oh, because a couple of nights, 3 times a week, you don't sleep, or you sleep 5 hours a night or whatever. No, you do not sleep when you were a parent. Like, you do not. So I'm saying, I realize it's like when you, like, your freshman year, and then you get to your senior year, and you realize you could have did way more in your freshman year. But when you were in your freshman year, it seemed like it was so much. But look, you just wait. But I'm telling you, you don't believe me, but I'm telling you, it's
okay. So I am going to have to agree to disagree with you here, because I feel like that's the same as like, all right, you got somebody who stubbed their toe and they in pain, and then you got somebody that got hit by a car and they in pain. You can't say, well, you don't know what pain is because I got hit by a car and it was way worse. Like, nigga, that's still pain. Like, you can't do that. And I feel like I feel like it's easy for people to think that, but when you're really an entrepreneur, you don't sleep. Like, no, yeah, when I have children, it's gonna be different, but like, you really don't sleep. And I don't think that it's fair for people that that have children to say that to people who don't have children. Because when I tell you, like, prime example, right before we got on this live, I'm like, all last week I was saying we're gonna talk about this topic about balancing out our lives as entrepreneurs. And then we came to get ready for the topic, and my brain is shot. But my brain is shot because I went to bed last night at 3 o'clock in the morning from shooting stuff with Matrix. The night before that, I got off of work mad late. Then when I got off, I never stop. Even if I'm not literally dealing with the client, I'm either dealing with something with highly texture, I'm doing something on the computer all night long that got to be taken care of. So I don't think it's too, you're still going to be like busy. Like, as an entrepreneur, you don't sleep either. Like, if you're really into your business, you don't sleep either. So I don't know. Maybe that's what
It's
y'all
not
think
the
in the
same.
comments.
No, but you don't
It's
understand.
not the same, but I don't think you should compare it. We should
No,
never.
I'm not
try to
comparing
compare
it. What I'm telling you is that the things you think you can't do now, you can do. You think you're tired now, you are not tired. You say, "Oh, I don't listen. Sleeping as a parent and sleeping as a single woman is two different things. If we both say we sleep 3 hours a night, we both work for Matrix. We can both have the same life. We both run highly textured, we both run for Matrix. But if I am a parent, is on top of that, when you're sleeping as a parent, you're still half awake. Like,
listen,
you are still awake.
I get what you're saying. I think maybe what we should have did is like, I agree with you as saying like what you think you can't do, you can do. I agree with you on that part, but I think we should stop saying what's the second part of what did you say after you said when you're single, but you think you can't do it, but you can. It was something you said after that. And you brought it back to time or something. Damn it! What did you say? I don't know.
Is there anybody with kids?
My mom is agreeing with you right now, but I mean,
you don't trust her because that's your mother. But let me tell you,
I'm not saying I don't trust her.
You know what I mean? It's when your mom says something is different than when like someone else says something.
But not even.
But what I'm trying to say is, I mean, I said what I'm trying to say, but what I think. The part that you're missing is that you think.
Don't say what I need you to not do is don't say that you think you're tired. You think like
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
I think that's the part that bothers. That can be a little bit offensive to like entrepreneurs because I'm dead ass tired. Like I literally have days where like my own friends is like taking my phone because they're like, bro, if you don't stop, like you're going to pass out, like you're not going to make it. Like, so I don't think it's fair. Like I don't think it's fair to say like, because you don't have children that you're not tired. Like it's not the same amount of tired. I'm not going to be the tired from working all day and the tired from being with children all day is two different types of tired, but you're still tired as hell.
No, but if you're working all day and with children is what I'm saying. You are doing what you're doing. And 2 kids live with you.
Absolutely. So I'm not taking nothing away from that.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying like that's what you're comparing. You're comparing Serina without kids and Serina with kids. Now you can take offense. You can take offense and be like, I don't know. First off, I think I'm not saying that entrepreneurs shouldn't be offended, but I think as entrepreneurs or artists or anything that you're going to put stuff out there and you got to get tougher skin. So sorry if you're offended because you don't have a kid and not just you specifically, but people who hear this, I'm just trying to tell you is when that person who stubbed their toe, then later gets hit by a car, will tell their past self, you not hurt, you are fine. They will say that even though when they stub their toe, because I just cannot wait for you to have a kid. That's all. Because you don't believe me.
It's not that I don't believe you.
You got blinders on.
It's not that I don't believe you. I think you're missing that. I'm not saying that. Working with children is definitely going to be twice as hard than working without children. That's not the argument that I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't think that people with children should say that people without children don't know what tired is. Because
they don't.
If you're an entrepreneur, like I can easily say the same thing about being an entrepreneur, but I don't think that that's fair. Like, forget the whole stub your toe thing. I'm talking about the comparison.
That do hurt though.
People. I'm talking about the comparison between me not having children. And I think that's the issue because I feel like sometimes, like, even when I'm dealing with like my parents and stuff like that, like I be trying, like, I don't voice everything that I go through and everything that I deal with. Because for one, there's just going to be too much energy to be given out to be having that type of conversation. You just got to deal with it and that's it. But I think I'm finding myself the issue right now. I feel like the adults that are around me are not respecting me and my time because I don't have children. they think that just because I'm by myself and I'm running a business, I don't really have no problems. Like, well, you ain't got no children. That's the first thing people say. Like, oh, well, you don't have no children, so what you complaining about? What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? Let's go to these comments real quick, because the comment section is blowing up.
I see you, Kalik Boutique, sis. That is, I'm sorry to the person who has kids, a business and COVID. I don't know what tired is.
Nah, hell
okay?
No,
I don't know what tired is. And that's why I'm saying I'm in the place where I thought I've been in, I think it's maturity. Not saying that you're immature, but it's maturity and wisdom that happens when you get older and you have different experiences that you're able to say, like, I'm able to say, yes, the person, I have 2 kids. Somebody with 3 kids will tell me, girl, you don't know what tired is. I got 3 kids. And I'll be like, you right. Because I'm tired with 2 kids. Like, I know.
I feel like I don't know. I guess what I'm getting to is some people, and I'm gonna include myself in that feels like I feel like sometimes the person that you're saying that to, like, okay, you being a mom, having a business, talking to the entrepreneur that's single with no children, that can kind of feel like a diss sometimes. Like, oh, well, you don't know what tired is. Like, you ain't tired, like, because you don't got no kids. Like, nah, I'm up grinding my ass off. I'm tired as hell. Well, like, I actually work a lot. Sometimes I work a lot harder than people that got kids and they ain't even really being parents for real. They just letting their children run and live and raise themselves. Look, to be completely honest,
if the kids got to raise themselves for a couple hours, they got to do it.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, I feel like, thank you, Ashley. People don't really respect your time when you're single. And that's a topic. I feel like that's a real thing. When you're single, nobody respects you for real. It's like you don't get respect until you got a husband or children. And I don't think that that's fair. I've heard that multiple times from people that are older than me. And I always grew up around people that are older than me, at least by I'm 29. So at least by almost 9 or 10 years. And although I get what they're saying, you can't minimize somebody else's tiredness because they're not as tired as you. That ain't right. That's like taking somebody else's, like, you go ahead.
I understand what you're saying. I don't think for me, it's the, I don't want to call it, it's the regrets looking back pre-child Tavia. Like, you could have did that. Like, yeah. You could have did what Serina's doing. You could have did that. You could have stayed up that extra hour. Like, you thought you was tired, but you really wasn't tired. Like, this is me telling. And so when I tell you, you think you tired, but you're not tired, I'm telling you, saying, like, girl, you think you can't do that thing because you need to sleep, but you really could just stay up another 30 minutes and do that thing. Because when you have kids, you're not gonna have opportunity to do that thing.
I agree, but that's about that comes with balance, though. And that kind of ties us back to what we're talking about today. I feel like we have this thing where it's like, oh, we're supposed to work. You ain't tired. You ain't really tired. You're not this. But not acknowledging the fact that you are tired and you haven't had sleep. You are fatigued because you ain't been feeling yourself. You're disconnecting with the physical body. And that's the problem. And the next thing you know, you sitting on your couch, passed out, you sick and got all of these problems because society is telling you you're not tired. But you are tired. And I think that's something that we need to stop doing. Like, stop telling people that they're not tired. Stop telling people that, oh, you need to work. Yes, it's about a balance. You do have spaces where you do need to work harder on. I can honestly say that there are some spaces in my life where, you know what, I thought I gave my all. I could have gave a little bit more. I could have gave a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. Right. And there are times, though, where I'm giving too much. I'm actually overextending myself. And now I don't have no energy to even take care of me. I can't even walk to the kitchen and make me something to eat, to fuel my body so that I feel okay. So
thank God for DoorDash.
And I'm sick of them because they taking all my money.
All that, them fees be worth it sometimes.
I can't listen. So all I'm saying is I'm not, I think what it is we need to learn how to balance. And I don't think that we should be like looking at each other's situations and comparing them. Although I agree with what you're saying to the extent, of course, having children around while you're trying to run a business is definitely going to be a little bit more challenging, a lot more challenging than doing it by yourself. I don't think that we should be like comparing them in a sense as, treating the people who are single different and telling them that they ain't tired and they don't know what tired is because they ain't had children yet. There's so many other things in life that can
Girl,
show you
I
how
don't know if
tired
it was
your
my
ass
mom.
is.
I don't know if it was my mom or somebody's mom. I just know when I was a kid, they would be like, they would tell me
Absolutely.
like, girl, you don't know what tired is. And I would be like, I ain't get it. Like, I didn't get it. And then just the other day, my father-in-law was over here, or no, I was at his house. I don't know. But he said, youth is wasted on the young. And at that moment, I finally understood what this man was talking about. Like, people been saying that for years. It's youth is wasted on, like, all the energy that you have as a young person. My mom said, it was me. All the energy you have as a young person, that stuff starts to dwindle away. Like, you can't do the same thing when you get older.
Absolutely.
And so what I'm saying, when them old heads tell you, like, you not tired, you young. Like, they trying to tell you that what they're not saying, you can't take what they're saying literal. What they're saying is, when you get my age, you will have half the energy. You will have half the whatever. So what you think you think you are tired for what you do think you are tired, but they telling you, sis, you got more in you. You know, like, don't give up so quickly. Like, that's what they're saying.
But you see how you broke down. Oh, my bad. You're delayed on here, and I thought you stopped. Sorry. You're delayed on the thing, so I thought you stopped talking. Go ahead and finish your point.
No, I was done. I don't know. I don't think I'm delayed.
Okay. No, you are. It's delayed a little bit on Instagram for some reason, but I can slowly hear you on Facebook. What you just did, though, is what I think needs to happen more often. You see how you took what our parents normally say, and then you gave the explanation like, well, I think what they're trying to say is this. That needs to happen more often, because just to sit and tell somebody that they're not tired, choose your words. Don't say I'm not tired. Say what you just said. Well, when you get older and you try to do these things, you're going to realize you have way more energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess the explanation needs to be different. We need to choose our words differently.
No, Serina.
Say this type of things. No, yes. I feel
no,
like
listen. They are tired. They ain't got time to be explaining all
that's
the
that's
why they're
listen.
That's why they're saying hindsight is
because of miscommunication.
It's not miscommunication, it's reading between the lines. It's a level of communication that you get when you get older, when you get wisdom and you have different experiences, and you just have to know someone. Like, I told my son last night, somebody said, oh, you can do this with me. And I said, I had to tell him, I said, no, Jared, don't do that. Sometimes people say things just to be nice. Sometimes people say things just so they make you, just to be kind, but you shouldn't do it. It's like you should, it's like social. I don't even know what the word is. Like, it's just the way you do things, like someone will say, oh yeah, it's okay, you can do that. But really, like, they no, don't don't do that. But I'm being nice. I don't know. It's they just, you just,
let me hop in the comments. Well, then make more time when you're young. Then that's the problem.
That's what they trying to tell you. That's what they trying to tell you.
Let's hop in the comments real quick. Frank Highwalker says, people think because you don't clock in that you can find free time whenever. Lord, I know how that feels, because I swear, I feel like my guests, they think just that I'm sitting around all day waiting on somebody to hit me up about hair. Like, it doesn't work like that. Hope's Garden Kitchen says, it shouldn't matter if you have kids or not, as long as you are working and creating, you need rest. Absolutely. And Miss Hope got about 6 children. I don't know how many she got left, but yes. Okay. Children and But Everybody Better says children and run is a business. You need super hearing abilities and exceptional vision, and still keep it professional when talking to customers while giving them the stink.
The stink eye. My mom is saying that when you run the business. Look, I see you, because it's like you be on this, like, you see me on here, my baby come in here, and I'm like, get out of here. The mom eyes.
Let's see what else. Okay, Ariel, dang, I didn't even know y'all was in the comments like that today. Okay, Ariel says, I have the same deliver in my 9 to 5. My coworkers stay late while I leave right at 5:30. It's about balance. They don't get that, but I feel them low-key judging me for leaving on time. Listen, okay, it's about balance. Some days you stay late, sometimes you go home early. It's about balance.
You don't have to stay late no days. Bye. I got kids.
Well, what if you're an entrepreneur? If you're an entrepreneur, your butt do gotta stay some late days.
He's not an entrepreneur.
Finish reading off
That's the benefit of not being an entrepreneur is that you leave on time.
I cannot. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get the charger for the laptop. I'm back. But I
see y'all. Look, earlier, Love Ash asked, she said, how do you? Go ahead, boo.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Earlier, I didn't get to. You were, I think you were having a full-on monologue, so I didn't interrupt. But earlier, Love Ash said that, how do you balance have like work, having a kid, and having a husband? And I think the answer is that you don't balance it. That I don't even believe that there's a such thing as balance in your life. And I think that sometimes certain things get more priority and sometimes other things don't. And it just long as the scales are always moving, then I think it's fine. Like maybe you don't get to play with your kid, for a lot that one day, but you do it the next day because because you're working. So I think that balance isn't day by day. It's just kind of like a juggling act. Sometimes one time something is in your hand and then it's not, and then you throw that up, and you just I think if you can figure out how to keep everybody entertained, then it works out, like if you know that your husband's about to be at work at this time and you want to spend time with him, then you make sure you get yourself busy at that time. So then you're both doing something. Or like if you want to spend time with your kid, but you also have to work, then you just give your kid a project to do for an hour and you work for an hour, and then you go play with your kid while you take your lunch break. Like, I just feel like, I don't think it's balance. I think it's just like, just like, I'm trying to keep all the pace.
But that's the balance.
But I don't think you ever get, I don't know. I don't think it's real balance because it's not like an equal. It's not. Sometimes I like this past week or 2 weeks.
But it's never equal.
I ain't did nothing with my work. I've been doing all the things with the kids and family. So it's
But that's the balance. Like juggling is balance. Yeah, it is. It is a thing. Think about it. Everything in life has to do with balance. Like if you get too much sun or not enough sun, it's an issue. So sometimes the sun is out a lot more often, and sometimes it's not. But that's the balance that we're talking about. So like, it's kind of like the same thing that you're saying that you're going through right now too. Like some days you get to spend more time with your children. Some days you don't, but that's the balance. You make up for it later on. Like, that's just how it works out. That, to me, that's still balance. Like,
I you know what? I never thought of it like that. And so I think that's a good point when you explain the whole sun thing. It's like, yeah. I don't know. It's not the sun. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think I imagine balance, and I think and other people might imagine it as like you imagine the actual scales, and that and you imagine them like equal, but I don't think that's real. That they're
never equal.
Like that's what I'm saying. That is if you consider balance. It's not like,
but I feel like them not being equal is the balance.
That's not what balance means, though.
But
that's not balance.
So what do you want to call it then? So here's the thing. Okay. When you got a plant, the plant got to have a balance of certain things. It has to have a certain amount of water. It got to have a certain amount of sunlight, certain amount of nutrients and whatnot. And if it goes off balance and doesn't have enough, something's going to be wrong with your plant. The leaves are going to start turning brown to show you something, or turning yellow or something, because something is off balance. Like, I feel like the thing that helped me figure that out the most.
That's not balance. We got to get a definition. Let me Google balance. Let me just Google the word balance.
I'm doing it right now. Hold on.
Because I don't think that's... Okay, balance definition. An even distribution of weight enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. It's circus. It's all circus.
Mental steadiness or emotional stability, habit of calm behavior, judgment, a state of bodily equilibrium, He lost his balance when he fell down the steps. Equilibrium. I remember equilibrium has to do with your balance. Hold on, let me look that up. Because it's balance. Well, to me it is. It's still balance. What y'all think? Y'all think that this is still considered balance, or y'all think it's not? Love Ash said, yeah, it's all balance.
No, but you don't know if she's talking about you, that specific thing. Love Ash.
No, I seen her put that when you started talking about that. So to clarify, Ashley, go ahead and clarify, because I seen her put that when we were talking about that.
Look, thank you. Laura, you just go. I clocked out at 5:20, deuces, and now time to work on my business. Okay, get that 6 to 9 going. The stink eye. Okay, mommy. Yes, bare body butter. Bare body is the motivation. It depends on what you want to do, because sometimes you say you tired, but let the right person call with something you want to do. The next minute you up and ready to party. You right, sis.
Who said that? I didn't even see that. Who said that?
Your mother said that. Because you know what? I could be tired, but if somebody stop at my house, I will sit with you right there. I will sit with you.
See that right there, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that goes into the second talking point that I was saying about setting that schedule and setting those boundaries and sticking to it, which I feel like is a thing that a lot of entrepreneurs are challenged by, right? And I can even give my own experience. I'm just now getting to the point where, like, the people who I surround myself with on a regular basis we're all in the same circle, as far as all of us being on this like entrepreneurial like journey or whatever together. Prior to that, I was the only one who was around, only one in my group that I was around at the time who was doing that. So their priorities were completely different. So while I needed to go to sleep because I got to wake up early to handle something before I even start my work day, they want to hang out. And it's like, I got to have balance with this. I got my one day of the week, one day of the month that I'm going to chill with my friends, that I can give you a date where I'm going to be there.
You got one day a month?
All that other stuff. I'm giving an example.
Okay.
Really, it's like once a week. Really, it's once a week. I'm telling myself once a week, I don't do anything that has to do with work, which I have still not been able to master that yet, because the life of an entrepreneur never really stops. Every time you think you're going to have a day off, I feel like it reminds me of it's not a physical child here that I have to hold and nurture, but my business is my baby. I still got to feed it. I got to nurture it. I have to do all of those same things in a different way. So I can't stop and come kick it with y'all right now, because I got deadlines to meet. And if I don't meet these deadlines, I'm not going to bring in the money that I need to pay my bills. It's completely different from someone who knows that they're going to work 9 to 5. And if they work these hours, they're going to get this certain amount of paycheck. I don't have that guarantee. So I have to make those like decisions to be like, you know what? I can't do this week. I can't kick it with y'all this week. And that goes back to what you were saying about how you be so tired, and then somebody hits you up and all of a sudden you got energy. Bro, that happens to me all the time. I get distracted super easy, but I'm learning how to master myself, because I can get distracted. I'm an air sign. You say squirrel and I'm like here, and I was supposed to be doing something else, and now I'm just over here in the clouds. But like, you have to, when you set that schedule with yourself, you got to stick to it, or it's going to take you longer to reach these goals. Like, you can't go and do what everybody else do, because you don't have a guaranteed check coming for working 9 to 5 hours.
Okay, but that ain't guaranteed either. Okay, continue. We have people who have answered our question about balance. Laura,
that is guaranteed.
Is it? Okay. Laura,
if you got a job and you know that you getting paid a certain amount of hour, and you go to work from 9 to 5, that is a guaranteed check, unless you do something to get fired or the company lay you off. If you go to work and work 9 to 5, you know that you're getting paid a certain amount.
Okay.
It's guaranteed, but not fully.
Laura says, I think balance is just an emotional state. If I feel like I'm accomplishing my task and I'm happy, I feel balanced. If I'm stressed, I'm not balanced. I feel you, sis. Even if the time you schedule for yourself is 2 hours, Welcome to life of a celebrity barber. Hey, Meet the
Okay, meet the
Barber.
barber.
Do you know Meet the Barber?
No. I can't tell right
You
now.
have to
I
meet
have
him.
to open it up.
You have to meet him. Some people also need to take care of parents while being an entrepreneur. Ooh, girl, if you got
Girl.
kids and parents, and
Yes.
whew, you more tired. You more tired. You more tired.
Hold on.
It's even harder when you have more than one business. It's the closest you're gonna get
To
to
a guarantee.
guarantee.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I think a trust fund is even closer. Okay, Mr.
All right,
Radio
Tay, we
One
get that.
Emotion.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. We get that.
Even
Okay.
closer, and I'm trying to get
Act like
close.
you don't
I'm
know
trying to
what's
get
up.
that close. I'm trying to get my kids that close. Like, oh, I'm not in the mood to work this year.
I'm over you. I'm over you, man. Listen, and even going back to your point, what was her name? What is it? Numinous experience. Here's the thing: you got to keep in mind, like, all right, when you talking to your entrepreneurs about how much time they got and all of that stuff and what they doing, they not only running their business. At least I'm not. I am the go-to for most people in my circle and in my family. So on top of answering the phone, first of all, I talk to people all day long. I don't have a choice. That's my profession, which I'm cool with. I talk to people all day long. The phone's ringing all damn day. The emails are coming in all day. The responding to people on the website for the orders. Then on top of that, my mama calling me, my brother calling me about his stuff, my sister calling me about what she got going on, then my homegirl, then something that, like, I'm that person. So, like, keep in mind that your fellow entrepreneur is not only focused on their business, they got a life too. They got families and stuff too. So I guess I'm only bringing that up to kind of go back to the topic that we were talking about earlier about saying that they're not tired because they got kids. I can't leave that alone right now because I'm tired of hearing that. But anyway.
Okay, so I think you said setting your boundaries. I don't think I don't know. I don't want to say I was the go-to person for people, but I think eventually, you know this, that as an empath, I just can't handle that stuff. So I just eventually just like, I don't bring it up. I just don't bring it up. And I think most of the time, like, I don't know. I just never wanted to. I'm a little nosy. Realize that being nosy was not serving me. Okay. So I'm just like I'm not on social media this month. Like I can't, like I was on social media so much for Culture Paper. It was stressing me out. So I just, all the like being people's business is too stressful for me. And so if people were actually calling me to tell them, like, that would take me out. So God bless you, because like for me to know people's business is literally, I have to go on social media. I mean, my friends and stuff they will tell me stuff, but they don't really have drama. So like, it's not really like, it's more like, "Ooh, congratulations." Like, that's more what I see.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. God bless you. You gotta get that right, because I just cannot handle. I don't know. At least I can handle people's stuff if they tell me, but I want them to have a solution or a plan, or like, well, what I'm gonna do is, I can't handle the you calling me with the same broke down car, baby daddy driving it, he won't fix it. Like, I can't, like.
Nah, it ain't stuff like that. It be personal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
I mean, they don't really have nobody to reach out to. And then on top of that, my guests are like that too. When my guests sit down to my show, everybody hears the stigma that hairstylists are like freaking therapists, and we are. So I guess that's the only reason why I was feeling the way that I'm feeling, because I'm just like, nigga, I'm tired. Okay. I'm tired, and ain't nobody gonna take my tiredness away from me. Okay. Tay is so structured. Yes, she is. Well, I think the last talking point was just knowing your worth, like, as far as whatever business or whatever service that you're offering, like, know your worth. And I am so proud of myself because I have not raised my prices in over the last 5 years. And I am really like this past year, I kind of took a look at my finances, and I finally set actual goals for myself. Like, you know how you be like, oh, I want to make money, but you never put like a number on it. You never say like, oh, I want this amount of sales, or I want this amount in my net worth and things like that. So this year, like, in order to do that, I'm like, okay, the business is growing. My expenses are getting higher. Something is off balance, okay, which is these prices. So I finally was able to like really analyze like what am I giving? Like how much am I worth? Like, and you do so much thinking about the situation and you're so scared to raise your prices because you think you're gonna lose so many people. I didn't raise these prices and ain't nobody said nothing. And you know what it is? All along, they knew that I was worth it, but they ain't gonna say nothing because they trying to keep the money in their own pocket. So if you don't,
you talking about
for you.
You talking about the prices for your salon services, not your hair products.
Both. No, hair products too. Because remember, Holly Texture used to be, it was $20 for everything, and before then, it was even cheaper. When I actually sat down and looked at the cost and like everything, I'm like, this is retarded because I ain't making no money because I don't have my prices set the right way. So I had to do it with both. Like I had to make sure that I had my prices set right with the products and with my, what are you cracking up about? What did I say?
You're the only person who still says retarded. Like I just cannot believe
I did not say that. I apologize for that. I'm sorry. I do. But
I mean, you weren't talking about a person. You were talking about the money and
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me.
But I just like, I don't know. I just didn't. My eyes was like, she just said, okay.
What I say for I have a whole issue.
They about to
I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about nobody else. Lord. But okay, Bear Body Butter says, thank you for that because your Crown Chakra shampoo and conditioner is life. Thank you, sis. Okay. We got another one for this conditioner. I love y'all too.
That conditioner.
Okay. Shout out to Tavia because she's the one who told me to bring the 4C conditioner back. Okay. She's the one who pushed for y'all. I was only sending it to her. And I finally decided to go ahead and put it back on the website. So y'all thank Tavia for forcing me to bring it back.
Yes, y'all can thank me. You know why y'all can thank me? Because I know my worth, okay? And so I know the worth of the words that come out my mouth. And so what I did was, because I am that person who goes to the restaurant and says, actually, can you substitute the pickles for banana peppers? I'm that person. And so what I did is I called my local entrepreneur up and I said, sis, I don't see my conditioner on the website. You need to order me specifically some conditioner. You are welcome, the Numinous experience. Okay. And so I called her and I shared my concerns. What am I gonna do now? I finally found a conditioner and you gonna take it off the proverbial shelves?
Not the say it again. The proverbial.
That's a word.
Don't be using a big word for me like that. What that means?
Anyway,
yo,
I'm trying to speak up. If your local entrepreneur done change up the formula on you, and you got a problem with it, I think you should call and be like, send me the old formula, okay? Because that the old formula was that shit.
You had to change. You had to switch up the accent. The old
formula. All right, because I just want to say that Serina did change the formula, okay? And it was not working for me. It was working for the other girls. And I'm saying, I love those girls. You know what I'm saying? But this girl and her kinks need the old formula, okay?
That's why we got two. That's why we got two lines now, y'all. We got two. When is the next sale? I need to get the full size. That's a good question. I don't know. I got to think about it because it's January and we just came out of sale season. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep y'all posted.
Y'all should have doubled up. Y'all should have doubled up on the Black Friday. Okay, because it's green January and we trying to make that money.
Okay. I cannot.
Yes, Lord, SB formula.
form. I didn't even realize she did that. But this was amazing as usual. Every week. We love y'all. Make sure y'all tune in with us next week for our next topic. Tay, you got anything else before we close out?
I want to say that Culture Paper Co. had a meeting on an island, okay? And we are manifesting, okay? So this meeting we had, I want you all to manifest with us. That Culture Paper Co. will be able to have our annual meeting of our planning meeting in October of this year.
Okay.
On an island. Okay.
Now, is that island, can it be Staten Island or like?
It could be Staten Island.
Because I'm like, you in Jersey. So is it Staten Island or is it going to be like Jamaica?
It can be Manhattan. It can be Long Beach Island. Okay. But we had a planning meeting and we're super excited for our next launch. And what we did was we did on the Google Meet and we put island green screen background and pretended we was on the island because I was like, we need to be on the island. This is not right. So yeah, if you guys are entrepreneurs, I think you guys should plan out your whole year because we did it and it was pretty cool. So I love you all. And if you would like to shop with us, you want to go to highlytextured.com to get your hair right, get that new formula and that old formula. And if you want some wrapping paper to get those gifts right, you can go check out Culture Paper Co. There may or may not be a sale coming up. I don't know. I heard in the streets. So, love you all. And is that it, sis?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Love y'all. Thanks for tapping in with us. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.